The stars. Subaru, the cluster of gathered light. In the deep winter sky, there gleams a small cluster of stars, strung like jewels upon the darkness. This is Subaru, a name that in Japanese means to gather together. From ancient times it has been seen as 7 points of light, though the human eye most often catches only 6. In Japan, these were not mere stars, but a necklace scattered by the sun goddess Amaterasu Okami herself, a sign of renewal and the promise that her light would always return. Within the system of Onmyodo astrology, Subaru is counted among the Niju Hashuku, the 28 lunar mansions. Its mansion, Subaru Shuku, was regarded as a sign of auspicious beginnings, of worship and offering. When Subaru shone in the night sky, Onmyoji recognized it as a time to open, to devote, and to set things in motion. Rituals of protection and purification were calculated according to its rising, for the gathered stars signified unity of purpose and harmony of the heavens. For samurai and shinobi, Subaru held a different but no less practical meaning. Farmers and sailors already marked their seasons by its rising and setting. In Shinobi no Maki secret manuals, shinobi were advised to take note of the heavens when planning missions, for astrology was not mere superstition, but a calendar of survival. Subaru, the gathered cluster, was a sign of coordination, of timing one's movements with heaven's rhythm. In coded teachings, it came to represent the union of scattered parts into a single, decisive force. In the Hoshi Mandara, the star mandaras of Mikyo, esoteric Buddhism, Subaru appears among the celestial deities as the 28 mansions. There it is drawn as a cluster of jewels, reflecting the doctrine of Susanu's net, where each jewel mirrors all others. To meditate upon Subaru was to contemplate harmony, the many gathered into one, and the one into the many. For monks and Onmyoji alike, Subaru symbolized both the cosmic order and the compassionate gathering of beings into enlightenment. In Book 3 of my Shadows of the Oborozuki series, Dance of Blood, Subaru is also remembered as the seat of the 7 sisters, Shichishimai, an elite unit of Matahari or Kunoichi, whose light shone like the clustered stars themselves. Formed by Mistress Noriko Hayato Musashi, wife of Tsukikage Hiro Musashi, they were the Matahari Kagenin, female shadows of supreme discipline drawn from the Oborozuki Ryu clan. Above them all stood the 8th light, Senpai, Lady Fumiko, supreme command of the 7 sisters. Her presence was like the unseen star that completes the constellation, the hidden center that governs the harmony of the cluster. Among the sisters was Lady Akemi, a bee-maiden who served as the bard, weaving song and memory into their missions. Senpai Lady Yuzuki held the station of second commando, commanding not only by skill but by the clarity of her devotion. Each sister carried her own light, yet together they formed a cluster, indivisible, gathered and resplendent as Subaru itself. Where earlier law spoke of Subaru as Amaterasu's necklace, Shadows of the Oborozuki, Dance of Blood, deepens this meaning. The 7 sisters are themselves that jeweled cord, strung across heaven to guard the lineage of the light. Their gathering is not accidental but ordained, their number echoing the 7 visible stars of Subaru, while their hidden commander, Fumiko, mirrors the unseen 8th star, known only to careful astronomers. For disciples of Shindo, Subaru teaches the path of union. Just as its stars are gathered into a single cluster, so too must the warrior sage gather the scattered parts of the self, body, breath and soul. In meditation, one visualizes the cluster as jewels of light circling the heart, each representing a virtue: courage, compassion, clarity, devotion, discipline, faith and harmony, bound together by the invisible thread of the way. To invoke Subaru in practice is to align with its meaning, to gather together as one. The Onmyoji saw this in ritual, the samurai in strategy, the shinobi in timing, and the discipline of Shindo in the unification of the inner cosmos.
Will be my trademark.